What's up, guys? Happy Monday. It's episode 220. Welcome back to the show. Hey, what's up? It's Jacqueline. Welcome back to the show. Happy Monday. Hit that subscribe button. I'm here 7 days a week. And head over to patreon.com/TJMS if you want to support the show and get access to my extra content. I feel like I want to cut to the chase. I don't like plugging my shit in the beginning of the episode, but I got to get it out of the way. Patreon.com/TJMS. Go check it out. It's Monday. There's a lot going on in the world. I've been working all day. I've been seeing some posts on social media about, how do you say his name? I want to say it right. Dante? I'm just going to do my best. Dante Wright. Shit. May he rest in peace. Dante Wright shooting. Jesus, I got to be sensitive here. Someone died today. Someone got shot by a police officer. Okay. So what was this, in Brooklyn? And then this afternoon, it says one student is dead and a police officer was wounded after a school shooting at a high school. Okay, so people got shot today. Sounds terrible. I'm gonna dive deeper into this. I don't know what happened the only thing I saw police video of the Dante Wright shooting, the body cam. I did see that, and then I just recently pulled up this school shooting where an officer's wounded and the student's dead. I guess he saved the officer saved the day and then killed the student who was shooting up the school. A shooting at a Knoxville high school on Monday left a student dead and an officer injured, Tennessee officials said. This is CNN.com. Officers responded to reports of a potentially armed individual at Austin East Magnet High School around 3:15 p.m. Blah, 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 blah. Officers found the individual in the school's restroom and they ordered him out. He refused, and after he fired shots, at least one officer returned fire. The gunman, who was identified as a student at the school, died at the scene. Okay, so I don't feel bad for that kid at all. Thank God for that police officer for going in there and taking care of business, because that kid could have shot up so many people. There's more details here. This wasn't a school shooting. This was an officer-involved shooting inside of a school. Much different. At this point, the student hadn't done anything with a firearm until the officers engaged. Bitch, he shot shots. He fired shots before. See, I'm going to sound so insensitive today. I just know. I feel that in my bones. At this point, the student hadn't done anything with a firearm until the officers engaged. It's important to make that distinction. This is Rausch, Rausch. Who is this guy? Tennessee Bureau of Investigators, TBI. Director David Rausch. This is what he said at the news conference. So they coined this, or they said this was this wasn't a school shooting. This was an officer-involved shooting inside of a school. Okay, let's keep reading. I'm curious. So I think, a lot of us know about the Dante Wright one, where he instead of the officer tasing the guy, he was they were screaming taser, 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 or whatever, and then he was using his dominant hand and grabbed his firearm and he shot him. But it's tragic, it's terrible, it's sad. I feel like I don't think that was an intentional choice on the officer's end. I don't think he was I don't know what happened. I feel like he was I don't know. I don't know. I can't speak for these people. I don't really know. I don't really even want to talk about, honestly. I just want to talk about sunshine and butterflies a lot. This is a heavy topic, and it's current. This is happening today, and I just feel like reading about it, because I don't really pay attention to news and current events that much anymore, and I feel like I want to today. But I'm not defending anyone, or I'm just seeing this I don't know. But But yeah, anyways, he shot him in his car after he resisted arrest. Yeah, he got back in his car and resisted arrest, and he got shot and died. So, two wrongs don't make a right. What's the saying? Anyways, let me go back to the school shooting thing, or the police officer involved shooting inside of a school. Let's keep reading. We are all devastated by this tragedy. Blah, blah, blah. This is the fifth fatality surrounding the high school in the last few months, and the community is devastated. That's sad. Look, here's all I have to say. Two things. I feel like I could summarize my thoughts, my raw, quick and dirty, insensitive, cancel me thoughts pretty quickly here by saying this. Number one, if you're a student or if you're a person inside of a school in 2021 with a gun, prepare to fucking die, okay? Be prepared to die. Even if you don't do it, even if you don't do anything with a gun, even if you don't fire it at anyone, blah, blah, blah. If they know you're in a bathroom with a gun and they ask you to come out and you start firing shots, prepare to die. Prepare to die. That's what's going to happen. That's the outcome, okay? That's what you're signing up for by doing that. It's 2021. We've had so many school shootings, so many mass shootings. This is the drill. This is what the officers are like. They're literally the knight in shine. If that officer didn't do that, that kid could have blown the school up. We never would know. We will never know. That's what I meant to say. We'll never know. But shit happens. Okay, don't bring a gun into the school if you don't want to die. Number two, don't resist. This is gonna make me sound so fucked up. Don't resist. Hey, if you don't want to die, don't resist arrest, okay? Because here's what we've observed with these body cams and these police officers. In the heat of the moment, there's a lot of adrenaline. There's a lot of crazy shit going on in these officers' brains about, oh my God, I'm going to die. This guy's going to pull a gun on me. He went back into his car. They're in the fucking moment, and it's not right. I'm not saying this is that it was right. This is Dante or Duante. I don't know how to say it, that he died. I think it's terrible, and it's so painful. I mean, I saw this picture. He has like a daughter, and his family's got to be devastated. I mean, it's terrible. It seems like this didn't have to happen, right? But my point is, it's like, don't fucking resist arrest if you don't want to die. I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. That's how my brain sees it. I'm like, we're going to have a Black Lives Matter round 2. It's going to be season 2 of Black Lives Matter. I swear to God, because of this today. All good. I'll be staying out of it. I'll be keeping my cool. I'll be staying off it. I just can't even. And I know that makes me sound like insensitive to people's lives and whatever, but I think it's a basic concept or a basic thing to comprehend or understand now. Like, if you're being arrested, just don't resist arrest. Don't run. Don't get back in your car. Don't reach for something. Use your goddamn brain. Like, I don't know how you could argue in favor of Dante for like, oh, well, he probably thought it was bullshit for them pulling him over. So he's like, fuck this. I'm getting back in my car. And he's pissed off. I think he had like an air freshener. I didn't really read the story. I should probably read it. I saw people's posts. God, am I fucked up for saying these things? Probably. I don't know. I guess I'm offering up a different perspective than what most people are talking about and posting today. Like Dante Wright, say his name. Dante Wright that's everyone's post today. Again, I think it's devastating and sad. He was supposed to be, I think what the sheriff or whoever the fuck was making the statements today about what happened was saying that they're trained to have their firearm in their dominant hand and their taser in their less dominant hand. So like, if you're right-handed, you got the gun on your right hip. And you got the taser on your left hip. The body cam, let me just pull it up. They were screaming, taser, taser, taser. Do I really want to pull it up? Oh, yeah, here we go. No, that's the Tennessee one. It's just sad. Minnesota? Why did I say Brooklyn? Was there a Brooklyn shooting? Brooklyn's... Dude, I'm on so many tabs right now. I can't keep anything straight. Police. This is TwinCities.com. I don't even know what I'm on. Police. Brooklyn Center officer meant to draw taser, not handgun. Okay. Because of them screaming taser, taser, taser. I feel like that's... The police officer who fatally shot... Jacqueline's pissed. Okay. Oh. Here come my fucking opinions. Woo, let's do this. Okay. The police... This is TwinCities.com. Woo! This is where I get pissed. The police officer who fatally shot... I'm reading this word for word. A black man... during a traffic stop in Minneapolis, in a Minneapolis suburb, apparently intended to fire a taser, not a handgun, as the man struggled with police, the city's police chief said Monday, as police clashed with protesters for the second night in a row. Hey, let's play a game called What Word Did They Not Need to Include Here? I need some fucking water. I'll just tell you. This is my issue. By writing the word, or by including that he was a black man, you know, that, dude, I swear to God, it's just furthering racism. It's making race a thing. We're calling attention to people's race now more than ever. You know, I swear, like if this was an Asian person right now, if an Asian was shot, they would include that he was Asian. But if it was a white police officer on a white dude, it wouldn't be that, oh, they shot a white man. I mean, maybe they do that. Maybe they do that in reporting. I used to do, oh God, what was it called? Like English 300 or some shit in college, and everyone failed it. You had to like take it twice, and it was so hard to pass because they were so picky about every little word you wrote on your articles. Do you include race? Is this like a journalistic, what is it, AP style, or what the fuck is that thing called? Maybe it's part of journalism. Maybe I'm missing that. I just am annoyed by the fact that every time something fucked up happens and a person of color dies, they got to include the race in the conversation and make it a thing, and I just feel like it's unnecessary. We're not putting people on it. I want everyone to be treated equal. We're all people. We're all okay. Everyone is the same, okay? And I think they're creating a shitstorm that doesn't need to be created over the color of people's skin and these shootings. I just think it's like, I've said this so many times. I'm like, George Floyd. So we got a man, a police officer, and a man. The man died. We don't need to be like, oh, he was a black man and this police officer is white. I don't believe in it. Dude, I don't know what, does anyone else out there think this? Or am I insensitive and am I being ignorant to the fact that there's systemic racism in this country and black people have it harder with white police officers than any other race, and typically black people are murdered by white cops? Like, the statistics say otherwise. More white people were killed by cops in 2020 than black people. Look it up. Okay. More white people. I should just find the stats. If I'm saying it, I gotta find the stats. How many white people killed by cops? Oh, Jesus. Who's annoyed? Who's already tuned out because they're just like, I can't with you. I can't hear this. This is so insensitive. That's the word of the day. You're being insensitive. I'm trying to look up some data. Here we go. People shot to death by U.S. Number of people. Oh, God. Cookies. Okay. There's always a pop-up, or an ad. Or enter your email for 10% off. Like every website has that. Here we go. Number of people shot to death by the police in the United States from 2017 to 2021 by race. Woo! Okay, let's do it. We got white, black, Hispanic, other, and unknown. Okay, so let's go to the, let's do black first. Okay. Let's just do 20, how should I do this? Let's just do 2019 and through 2021. Let's just do like 3 years. It's all kind of the same number. So we got 2019, 235 black people were killed by police in 2019. 2020, 241 black people were killed by police officers. And currently in 2021, a total of 30 black people were killed by police. Okay. I love data. So now let's go to white people. Okay, 2019, 370 white people were killed by police officers in 2019. Get ready for this. Black Lives Matter. Are you ready for this? So 457 white people were killed by police officers in 2020, aka when Black Lives Matter stormed the streets and made a shitstorm over black people being killed by police. So let's contrast 457 white people to 241 black people in 2020. Okay, so what the fuck? In 2021 so far, 50 white people were killed by police officers. So this is the shit nobody talks about, nobody looks up, nobody reports about, no one considers. Okay, but apparently it's a white cop versus black God damn it, you get it. So oh, well, Jacqueline, there's more. Then you can break this down by population size of like minorities or whatever, the ratio of how many whites versus blacks. And then you break that down and you're like, well, is that what I'm missing here? Whatever. I think I'm treating this like in total, like if all the, okay, never, just, you get it. I could get real nitpicky here and go into, what am I trying to say? I could break this down by, like the ratios, I guess. What is my brain thinking of our total population, and then how many, what percentage of white people make up our population versus black people. Then I could break that down to the police shootings of the two races, and then I could figure that out, and it would probably show that technically, I don't know, whatever. I'm just saying, fucking 457 white people were killed in 2020 by police officers, and only 241 were killed black people were killed. So there you go. There's some facts for you. But back to this, the officer in, I'm so confused. It was in a Minneapolis suburb, but I guess their police place is called the Brooklyn Center Police. Is that what it's called? Brooklyn Center Police Chief. I just thought this was because of the word Brooklyn, I'm like, is this New York? So the Brooklyn Center Police Chief Tim Gannon described the shooting deaths Sunday. Oh, this happened yesterday. See, I just saw it today. He was 20 years old. The shooting death Sunday of 20-year-old Daunte Wright. Do I need to look up how to say that? It's Daunte Wright. I'm saying Daunte. I feel ashamed of myself, and I feel bad about the fact that I'm like, I don't know how to say his name. The guy's dead. I should be more thoughtful here. So I'll stop that. Daunte Wright. May he rest in peace, Jesus. Jacqueline, shit. I don't know if this podcasting thing is for me, because I'm saying a lot tonight. I'm saying a lot, and I feel, I don't know. I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to tell you some more thoughts I have. I'm going to zoom out for everyone and say something that needs to be said. Okay, let me just finish this. Brooklyn Center Police Chief Tim Gannon described the shooting death Sunday of 20-year-old Daunte Wright as an accidental discharge. Absolutely. It happened as police were trying to arrest Wright on an outstanding warrant. The shooting sparked protests and unrest in the metropolitan area, already on edge because of the trial of the first of 4 police officers charged in George Floyd's death. Okay, so it's in the same area. I'll tase you, taser, taser, taser. The officer is heard shouting on her body cam footage released at a news conference. She draws her weapon after the man breaks free from police outside his car and gets back behind the wheel. After firing a single shot from her handgun, the car speeds away and the officer is heard saying, "Holy fuck," or it says expletive. They can't say that. They can't put the swear word on the news here. Or in the post, "Holy fuck, I shot him," or "Holy shit," or something. "I shot him." Crowds began gathering outside the Brooklyn Center Police Station late Monday afternoon, with hundreds there by nightfall, despite the government's dusk to dawn curfew. Some bullshit about COVID, probably, right? Dusk to dawn? Or was that because of the protesting? Anyways, a drum beat incessantly, and the crowd broke into frequent chants of Daunte Wright. Some shouted obscenities at officers. Anyways, tragic, terrible. What did they coin this or say it was? An accidental discharge. Unfortunately, that happened. Okay, unfortunately, she fucked up and didn't tase him. She shot him instead. It's terrible. I don't know how else to say it. It's fucking sad. And like, it just sucks. I'm like, number one, okay, so he had a warrant out. I heard that they pulled him over because he had an air freshener dangling. Is that the same guy? People are posting about that. They're like, he literally had a dangling air freshener and they pulled him over for that. And then they found out he had a warrant out and then they arrested him. And then, I don't know, it's all unfortunate. It all sucks. I guess, I don't know. I know I said don't resist arrest if you don't want to die, and it shouldn't be like that. Because number one, not only, so I kind of defended, or I didn't defend the officers. I said, well, I don't know what I'm doing here, honestly. Someone's going to correct me probably in the DMs. I know. Or send me, dude, fucking 1-star review this episode and put it on iTunes and let everyone know that I'm a terrible person. Go for it. Review this episode on iTunes or on the Apple Store and just like Apple Podcast app, excuse me. Let me have it, educate me, because I don't know. I'll admit I don't know everything. These are just my fresh opinions after reading about this and learning about it. I know I said that in the heat of the moment, these officers make decisions with their guns that end up killing people. Notice how I didn't say black people or white people or anyone. Just they kill people in these heat of the moment battles when people resist arrest or whatever the fuck, when they're like running away. Like, shit happens. Unfortunately, it's terrible. They gun them down and these people die. And so I said that because that's just a fact. That's just what's happened. Okay, at this point, it's too bad, but that's what's happened. Okay. And I guess I'll say this on the criminals end, or the person who is getting arrested or whatever. I understand that in the heat of the moment, they're probably not thinking clearly, or the adrenaline for them is also rushing, and so they're making decisions like resisting arrest, jumping into their cars, running away. They're doing all this crazy shit, and the officers get, it's like two magnets that don't, what am I trying to say? They're like button heads, you know, they don't click. They're not flowing together. They're just like, it's oil and water. Two bodies full of adrenaline, just like fucking going at it. And everything's quick and in the moment and crazy. And dude, we need to like hire Marines to we need to hire some people need to start deep breathing and zenning out when they're in combat, man. They gotta fucking that you got to go and slow, your brain needs to slow the fuck down. And I don't know how you train that. And I guess police officers, they probably have all the training, but you never know until you're in the situation, really. I just think about people that are in war and how level-headed they have to be and how, like, collected they have to be to get to execute on their missions to, you know, preserve our fucking freedom, okay? I don't know. Maybe we should implement that training for police officers. Everyone go do, what is it called, a Hell Week? Every police officer's got to go through Hell Week. Fuck it. We need some stronger minds out there. I don't know how else to say it, because lives are being lost, and this guy didn't deserve to die. I don't care what he did. I don't care what kind of warrant he had out. I don't care about his fucking air freshener. He shouldn't have died. It was like this quote here says, an accidental discharge. Okay, but back to what I was saying, don't resist arrest if you don't want to die. I don't know. It's just like, I'm sorry. Fucking. Jesus. I mean, if he didn't do that, he would be cuffed and in the back of the car and on his way to jail or whatever. He'd be hauled in and he'd be alive. I don't know. Guys, this is your tip of the day. Don't resist arrest. Don't walk into a school with a gun if you don't want to die. I know I'm kind of being lighthearted. I don't mean to do that, but it is really sad. And here's all I'm going to say. I'm going to zoom out here a little bit, and this is something I try to remind myself of, to make sense of the world and kind of like settle my brain down a little bit when things get crazy on the news and I see death and shit. I always think back to, I go like this. What would life be like in 1850? I don't even know if that's, I'm not, like, here's the thing. I don't know what the press was like then. Like, I don't really know how people got their information and how they got their news. Like, I don't know the specifics and the logistics of it, but I'm just like dreaming this up in my brain. I go, look, it's 1850 and I live out on the prairie in Idaho, and I got a little funny farm. I got some cows and some land, and we're potato farmers, okay? Or some shit. And I have a little family, and I have neighbors, and we got horse-drawn everything. There's no cars. And, you know, the way, like, all I care about, or all I know about the world and what's happening is, from what I observe with my two eyes, where I live, in my neighborhood, in my little county, in my little farm area in Idaho on the prairie, and what I see maybe on the newspaper or whatever. Or do they have radio then? You guys, I'm fried. My brain is fried. I've been watching too much TikTok. I can't remember history facts. And when the printing press came out and the fucking radio, like, I should know this. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. But you know what I mean? So you had a very limited view of the world it was literally like, what's going on with if your neighbor's barn started burning down, you'd be like, holy shit, my neighbor's barn's burning down. And that would be like the big news of the week. You'd be like, holy shit, oh my God, Ronald died in the barn trying to save the horses or something. And like, anyway, so what I'm trying to say is now, and here's the thing, Jacqueline, you can reminisce on the past all you want and wish and want that the times now were like the past and we weren't so inundated all day long with info over, like, all this news information that's chaotic and random and just constantly in our eyeballs and all these crazy ass headlines and shit. The fact of the matter is, this is reality. This is the world now. We have to adapt as human beings and adjust to it. And, you know, it is what it is. Like, I'm not trying to sit here and create a utopia in my brain, but I'm trying to give some perspective and offer up an alternative way of seeing the world, because here's what I'll say. This is where I want to cut to the chase and say, this is what I want to, I want to cut to the chase and say this because, and it's blunt, it sucks, but it's the way the world is, and I don't know how else to say it than this. People die. People get shot. Police officers shoot people. Schools get shot up. Mass shootings happen. Bombs get dropped in other countries. Famine exists. Like concentration camps exist. Child trafficking exists. All this terrible shit exists, right? And it's just a fact about life. It sucks. Okay? It sucks. And I feel like when one person in some city across the country gets shot, and it's unfortunate, shouldn't have happened, okay? The entire country now is going to be heated as fuck. Everyone's going to be posting on social media about this. We're going to have protests in the streets again. Everyone's going to be fired up. We want change. Racism still exists. Black Lives Matter. Blah, 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 blah. It's just going to become a shitstorm again. And my point of saying this is that one person dying, think of the population of the world. Think about the population of the United States. Think about let's go back to the statistics I read. Think about those statistics. When you have perspective, when you zoom back out, you go, this situation, this cop shooting an innocent person in this situation, doesn't represent society. This isn't a reflection of, black people are super oppressed and everything sucks for them because this one guy in Minneapolis got shot. But everyone will go on the internet and create a shitstorm and create this overly dramatic narrative about the United States of America and how we treat each other and how police officers are fucked up and everything. And it's so dramatic and inflated, and like I said, it doesn't represent, it's not reality. It's not reality, okay? Like, fucking the other day, I witnessed a guy get hit on a motorcycle. He could have died, okay? And it's that would have been a murder or a homicide. I don't know. And, accidental. I don't think the woman was trying to hit him. She just fucking turned the wrong way and she hit him. But I could have witnessed that. I could have witnessed a death. There's one person out of however many 300+ million people in America. Like, it sucks. People die. That's my point. People die. There's people in the hospital in your county right now, in your city, that are on life support and it's getting pulled tonight. People are dying of cancer. It sucks, okay? And so what drives me insane is these one-off events. You could say, it's a trend. This is happening too frequently. You could say that, okay? But never forget this. This is going to sound so corny and cliche, but look, if it bleeds, it leads, okay? There's a reason why. Think about this. The news is dying, okay? It's not the way it used to be. And these stories get bumped to the top because they get the most eyeballs. They get the most attention from people on these news websites and on social media and everything. And this is how these businesses, this is how these news companies stay alive. It's kind of I feel like that's basic knowledge. Like, the news agencies they're businesses. They gotta pay their employees, and so these stories get put out and blasted whenever they happen because that's gonna keep these people paid. And so I don't think, and unfortunately what happens is it creates it sets the tone, it creates a false perception for everyone on the way the world is, and the way society is, the way people are treating each other in society. It's just not the case. I always say this. So not only did I zoom out and go back to the 1850s and say, look, I mean, pay attention what's in your neighborhood. Okay, if shit goes down in your neighborhood, like, I don't know. It's not necessary for us. I guess that's my point too. I meant to say that it's not necessary and it's not useful for us to know about every headline in every city in America and knowing every little shitty thing that happens and every time someone dies and gets shot. It's not necessary. it might be entertainment for you. You might feel some type of way when you see these new stories come out, and you might feel like, woo, I'm gonna go on my Insta story and post about it and like, woo, support this movement, and like, you know, it's sweet. I'll say this. It's sweet to see people's faces in their pictures when they die, and like, you know, when it sucks, like when this Dante guy died, like it's nice to see like him and his kid, and you know, people are remembering his life, and I think that's positive. Okay, I'm not gonna there's some positives about it. It's not all negative, but I'm just saying I don't think I guess I have a really hard time with the whole social media versus reality thing, because I feel like I'm in this when I'm online, when I'm reading posts, when I'm tapping through stories, when I'm seeing new headlines come out every day, I'm like, it doesn't. And then I walk out into the real world, when I walk out into society, like when I'm in person with people, I'm just like, you know, it doesn't connect. It doesn't, there's a huge discrepancy. And it doesn't match. It doesn't reflect what we see online, doesn't reflect the real world. And I think I've been online, I've been on social media long enough to make this conclusion, because and maybe it's easy for me to say, maybe I just have a happy, snappy, good life in Southern California, and every time I go to Vons and buy avocados, the old woman checking me out's super friendly. And she's like, you know, we have no issues in public. I have no issues in public with anyone I interact with, because I have it good here, and everyone's pretty much like, you know, they've got a good life. Okay, but if I go to the, you know, the fucking hood in, I don't know, Atlanta or some, I don't know, I'm just like making up a scenario. If I go to like some bumfuck trailer park in Arkansas, I got to include the hood. So I got the blacks and the whites in the fucking trailer park. I don't know how else to say it. I got to be all inclusive here. I mean, I could go to the, what other, where do other race? I could go to the, anyways, you guys get it, Jesus. It might be rougher for me. It might be more racist. It might be more whatever. And so, I don't know. I guess I'm just speaking from my own personal life experience, and maybe you see this too, and maybe you're like, whoa, yeah, like same. For the most part, things are good in this world, and people are nice, and I go to restaurants and my waiter doesn't try to kill me and shoot me up, like, you know. God, police officers have a hard job now. I just can't stand the whole like disrespectful. I mean, look, people are full of emotions right now, and the obscenities they're shouting though at police, it's just like, I wish we could put things in a little capsule and go, like that woman who shot him, like that's like a scenario that's super sad and super, it didn't need to happen and everything, but we don't need to fucking hate on the people that protect us now and make them all out to be terrible police officers. Like that's what's happening, and it's just not healthy. And shame on all these people going. I just think it's fucked up. Like, have some maturity. I don't know what to say. I feel like this country is super fucking immature. And I'm 26 and I'm young as fuck. I'm not like a 62-year-old Karen, like, these youngins are fucking lighting up these towns on fire and destroying police cars and blah, blah, you know, I'm not like that. But I'm just saying, like, get your heads on straight and have some goddamn respect for authority. I don't know, I wasn't raised, I don't know, maybe I don't know. It sucks to see this. It just does. Well, Jacqueline, maybe if they didn't shoot all these black people, maybe if police officers didn't shoot all these black people, they wouldn't act crazy like this. It's like, does it make it better? Has change happened? Is it worth it? Again, people die. Think about it. How many people die every day in the United States? Let's look up that statistic. How many people die God, I haven't done a podcast like this since like Trump was getting back during the election and shit. I used to talk politics. I used to get heated. This feels kind of good. It's kind of therapeutic, man. I'm reading the news. I'm popping off. How many people die every day in the United States? I've done this entire episode without water. Holy shit. Fast facts. Deaths. Oh, this is a CDC. Let's trust it because it's a cdc.gov website. Deaths and mortality. Data for the U.S. I want to know daily deaths. Mortality data. Let me just go back here. Weekly. Average daily number of deaths by month. Okay. So, average daily number of deaths. In 2017, this probably is just, this is all an average. I'm just trying to get an idea, like a number in my brain. In 2017, an average of 7,708 deaths occurred each day. So, we could round up and say about 10,000, okay? I'm sure there's days where 10,000 deaths happen, and I'm sure there's days where 5,000, but let's just say on average, okay, so let's just go 8,000. Okay, 8,000 people die every day. On Sunday, Daunte Wright was one of those people, okay? And it was terrible, and it should not have happened, and it sucks, but people die. I don't know. That's going to be my thing. I'm just going to start saying people die. People die in shitty ways. People shank each other in the, like, people get knifed to death and bleed out in the streets. There's some raunchy ass shit happening. People get fucking tortured. I'd argue this death was pretty, quick and, well, I don't know what the coroner or whatever is going to report. I don't know if that's come out or whatever, but the guy like drove away after he was shot. I'm sure did he die at the hospital? I should keep looking, and I don't really want to keep reading about it, but I mean, I don't know, that's terrible to say, but, and it's not that I just, you know, life is so precious, you know, and I just think it's, I don't know. 8,000 people on average died every day in 2017. I'm sure it's a similar number now, but because of our population size, it doesn't grow that much. It's just a fact of life. I think back to the maturity thing. Grow up. Research some data on this stuff. Look it up. Get your head on straight about it. Don't be so emotionally charged by shit that happens like this, because shit happens. I don't hear a lot of people with talk like this. I don't. I'm not trying to, and I'm also, this is like what I tell you, if we were just hanging out, we were having a one-on-one conversation about this, and maybe you were totally on the other side of things here, I would still hold my ground, or I would like still offer up these alternative perspectives, and I would still say it like it is, because I understand and I see how other people see things, because I know what it's like to be super influenced by the shit I see on the internet, especially the news. I've been there, okay? And now I'm a skeptic. I'm a cynic. and I don't care. That might be a bad thing. What's the definition of a cynic? Jesus Christ. I'm a curmudgeon. I'm a sourpuss. I'm cynical as fuck now because I don't trust the shit I see. It's all fucking stories, man. Cynical definition. Cynicism meaning, there we go. Cynical, believing that people are motivated by self-interest, distrustful of human sincerity or integrity. concerned only with one's interests and typically disregarding accepted or appropriate standards in order to achieve them. Skeptic. Yeah, skeptical, not easily convinced, having doubts or reservations. That's me. See, back to what I said. I get how people get super upset and everything and pop off and burn shit down because they're reactive. They're reactive to everything they see, and they're so convinced. And they're so sold on all these bullshit narratives that have been given to us by the fucking media that's only giving them to us to keep afloat and to stay in business. That's how it works, okay? Yeah, they're reporting the news. Yeah, it's good to know these things. Yeah, it's, it's just part of the way the world works now. We got to have the news. We got to know what's up. But a lot of it's inflated and it's all polarizing and it's, funded. But I don't want to get into it, but... And I think a lot, if you're not very, if you're not an independent thinker, if you don't think for yourself, if you just allow, social media and the news to form your brain and your perspective on the world, you're going to think the world sucks more than it actually does. And you're going to probably be more depressed, more anxious, and I don't know. Do your own thing. Do whatever works for you. And I think some people just feel fucking good to protest. They feel fucking good to post on social media. They feel like they're a part of something. And I just think it's stupid. My utopia, my perfect world is everyone is the same. We're all treated, we're all equal. Equality exists. We're all one nation under God, indivisible, bitch. Liberty and justice. Isn't that nuts how I was listening to a podcast and they're like, yeah, after 9/11, the American flag was on every car. It symbolized everyone coming together and, it was like a loving, supportive, it was like a very tender thing, having a flag on your car, whatever the word is. I'm trying to think, people were patriots and they were like, we love our country and we, everyone was in it together, and there was a closeness about us after 9/11. And then now it's like, because of the fucking Trump, it's like you see an American flag and holy shit, she's a racist, she supports Trump, etc., etc. And there's all these blank statements attached and these generalizations about and stereotypes if you literally have our country's flag anywhere. Like, the fuck? And I don't know. What was I saying before this? I don't remember. I was saying I'm like a skeptical person. I'm kind of a cynical person. I'm kind of a sourpuss curmudgeon. What's the other synonyms I was trying to think of? I don't know. I just I think for myself. I use my two eyeballs and I do my own research and I almost don't trust anything I see anymore, and I have to look further and I have to question it. I question the fuck out of everything. And I think I'm naturally a super curious person, and I like zooming out a lot and seeing the big picture, because if my lens is really zoomed in, if I'm really zoomed into everything I see online, because that's like half of my life now, like I'm on my fucking phone all day. God damn it. I'm gonna have a very I think it distorts you get in a rabbit hole, your brain. What am I trying to say? I don't know. Zoom out, bitch. That's your advice today. Don't believe everything you see. Have some have some maturity about this situation and some, especially police shootings, and do some research about it and look at it from a different angle for once, and don't be so. I'm just thinking. I'm talking as if everyone here is like on the front lines of the Black Lives Matter movement. Jesus. It's not what we're being sold. It's not what it seems. It's not. I don't know. But then you see here's a fucked me up last year, and I got sucked into the Black Lives Matter. I got so sucked into the Black Lives Matter movement. I was posting all over my story. I was like one of those people. When I saw all the people in Los Angeles in that big, that what's it called? That drone footage video, and all these marches in every city, and I was just like, holy fuck. And it was like a thing. I was like, holy fuck. And a lot of people I looked up to and respected were behind it too, and they were like speaking out about it and everything. And I feel like the volume of people discussing racism and the Black Lives Matter shit it made me believe it to be true. But now I realize all of those people drank the Kool-Aid. And all of those people trusted what they saw in the media, and all of those people, kept telling them the stories, the George Floyd story, and the black people and the white cop shooting black people stories, and they just played that in a loop in their brains, and they're like, it's happening, this is terrible, oh my god, this keeps reoccurring, holy shit, blah, blah, blah. And they just kept that going in their brain, and then they became advocates, or whatever. They became supporters of the movement. What am I trying to say? They were out there in the protest. They were, it became part of their identity. Some people became part of their fucking identity. You get what I mean? And so I think there's good that came out of it. I think there's positives in everything. I'm not completely saying it's bullshit, but I think it was political a little bit. Also, kind of created out of thin fucking air. A little bit. I mean, based on the data. I'll just bring it up one more time. Based on the data. How does any of that shit add up when you do some research about it? So, I don't know. It goes to show you how much the internet and how much we see online can literally shift society into a fucking frenzy and into fucking chaos. And how 1 year, I don't know, the fucking police officer shooting the kid at the school today, what was it, in Tennessee, would have been a superhero 2 years ago or whatever, a few years ago. But now he's the villain. Because of police shooting, cops shooting people now, and then, and how terrible that is and how it keeps reoccurring. And I support what that cop did. I think, like I said, if you walk into a school with a gun, prepare to die, okay? I don't care if you don't shoot it. I don't care if you have plans to shoot anyone. You're in hot water, you're in shark-infested waters, and also the kid shot the gun he did. It's not like he didn't, and he fired it. He did. He shot the gun, according to the report. So it's not like it was just in his backpack, and he's like, I'm just going on a bathroom break, and it sucks in that town. What was that, the 5th shooting that's happened this year so far, or something like it's terrible. I'm not saying any of this is good. That's why I just the news makes me insane, because I'm I realize how it's literally just my new goals in life are to survive and have fun. Get out alive. Last year I was okay, well, as long as I don't die of COVID this year, let me knock on wood again, or next year, just survive and survive the pandemic and try to enjoy your life. during these unprecedented times. And look on the bright side and stay off the news and think for yourself and surround yourself with people that uplift you and push you and, you know, I don't know. What did I say today? Grow up! So I feel like I'm my dad. I'm literally growing up. I'm literally becoming my parents. But it's what age does. With age comes wisdom. And now I see how, you know, I don't know. I just wish people were fucking stronger minded. I think that's what sucks now, and I think that's what I don't like in society, and I don't know how else to say it. Everyone's a fucking crybaby. Everyone's a victim. Everyone, I don't know. I just want people to be fucking better. Am I projecting? Am I projecting? Is this all a projection? People do that, especially when they pop off and share their opinions. Well, they're just projecting. This is what they think about themselves. I mean, I don't know. Okay, I gotta end the episode. I think I'm coming down. I feel kind of, I feel good. I'm sticking to my guns. And I'm sticking to what I said. Yeah, and you can, as always, if you don't like it, that's okay. Just go over to the Apple Podcast app and leave a 1-star review, and you can type something out. You can correct what I said. You can like quote me and then like say, she should this podcast should be removed because she is insensitive to people's lives and she doesn't believe in Black Lives Matter. Blah blah blah. Okay, like go for it. That's always an option for you if you really need to vent. Also, my DMs are always open. I love having discussions in there. If you want to talk to me about any of this, let me know what you think. God, you know, let's have fun right now. You know, I said let's survive and have fun, or that's the goal. Like, to me, at this point in my life journey, I realize how much life is a movie, and I'm kind of, what's kind of fun about the podcast in a fucked up way is I can sit back and watch the movie every day and talk about it. And I can be like a movie critic. And today I was a movie critic about some people dying, which is fucked up. But I got to talk about it, and I got to get my thoughts out there, and I got to speak my mind and contribute to the conversation that's going on right now. And that's important to me because I want more people to speak up and speak their thoughts and speak their mind. I think it's important, and I'm kind of one of those people that raises my hand every day, and I'm like, I'll do it. I'll put myself out there. I'll get up on the podium and I'll say my thoughts. Not everyone's called to do it. I just happen to be one of those people, and it really gets me off. I love talking. I love the sound of my own voice. Let's be honest. I love talking. I just fucking love podcasting. So that's why I'm here. It's really rough too, because sometimes I end the episode, I'm like, I literally have the biggest heart. I care about people, and I just want to see a different world than what I see right now, and I don't know how else to say it. And I don't think that'll ever happen. So what you're going to get out of me, because I can't change the world with my fucking voice, Jesus, you're just going to get a lot of rants and a lot of opinions and a lot of bitch sessions if this world keeps unfolding the way it's been unfolding. So my excuse to my behavior, as always, is this is entertainment. This has been a performance. Yeah, this is entertainment. This is a podcast. This is a performance. I'm being myself. I'm being real, but like, you know, don't get your panties in a wad over what I said. I'm literally one person. And God, what did I repost today? We're going to end the episode with this repost. Here we go. It's weird how inclusive. Oh God, I hate this word. It's weird how inclusive. Fuck. It's weird how inclusivity. It's weird how inclusivity now means canceling everyone you disagree with, so only your ideas are included. Yeah. So cancel culture does. So, for example, I understand people probably disagree with a shit ton of the stuff I said today, or maybe all of it. But so now, if you don't like someone and what they say, so people are being canceled over their opinions, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and it's okay for other people to have an opposing opinion to yours. That's healthy for society, okay? And we need to be more open arms and accepting of opposing ideas and alternative perspectives. I think it's like two forces that come together, and I have an appreciation for an example, and I can learn from the other side. And I can see, like, when I listen to people talk about Black Lives Matter, when I see what people are, like, I'll be observing this week what people are talking about this, Daunte Wright. I'll be observing what they're talking about surrounding the Daunte Wright shooting, and I'll probably learn a shit ton of new information. I literally will see how other people think, and that's helpful for me to. It helps me build empathy. It helps me walk in other people's shoes and see how other people have it in this world, and how literally their life experience and their view of the world can be so different than mine, and that's okay. And they see things different. Like, that's great. And what I can't stand is, so I'm literally saying, like, whatever. What I can't stand is when people clam themselves up, shut down, cancel, get pissed off. How dare you? Oh my God, go away, get off the internet, you suck, blah, blah, blah. When someone doesn't agree with them. It's not healthy. It's fucking immature. I'll just keep using that. It's fucking immature. Grow up. Learn how to communicate and interact with people in society. Be a little more weathered. Get some fucking scars on your body from people. Like, it sucks to hear some shit that you don't want to hear, but it's good for you. And, like, I don't know, meet people halfway. Can you meet me halfway? Okay, this episode's done. Happy fucking Monday. Hit that subscribe button. I'm here 7 days a week, and head over to patreon.com/ I'm burping, and I don't even have any LaCroix or I literally have no water. I need some so bad right now. Sorry. Patreon.com/ TJMS if you want to become a patron and get access to my extra content, my exclusive content. I post extra videos and supporting images that go with the podcast. So when I tell a story on here, you get to see the behind the scenes pics and videos to back it up, if you know what I mean. So, and then you get a shout out every Friday. You get a phone call from me. I'm going to be doing Zoom hangouts at some point or something live like that. So check it out at patreon.com/ TJMS. Love you lots. Hope you're excited about this week, or you're going to have a great week. I'm just going to tell you straight up. You're going to have a great week. You're going to accomplish all your goals. You're going to get all your to-do list items done. I didn't do Monday motivation. Monday motivation, I've podcasted 220 days in a row. There you go. Never give up. Follow your dreams. Drink water. Wear sunscreen. Love you. Okay. Bye.